Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and today I'm going to guide you through a self-love yin yoga sequence. So Valentine's Day is coming up and I thought it would be nice to create a sequence to support self-love and self-compassion. So however you want to love on yourself for today's practice, you can incorporate those elements into your practice. Maybe you want to wear a mask, eye patches, maybe you want to incorporate candles or essential oils in a diffuser. I personally am going to use fractionated coconut oil and I'm going to mix it with some sandalwood. I really love the scent of sandalwood. If Down to Earth had a scent, I feel like it would be sandalwood. It smells very warm and comforting. So I'm just going to take a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and add a drop of sandalwood. I'm going to mix it in my hands. Smell in all the nice aromas. Just gonna rub my hands really hard, really fast, and bring my hands to my face. And that way, as I go through my practice, I have a nice grounding and comforting scent to help me along my way. So we'll go ahead. Most of the postures we'll be doing today will be heart openers. So let's go ahead and start with a melting heart. So coming to a tabletop position, making sure your knees are in line with your hips, you're just going to go ahead and extend your arms out in front of you and then melting your chest and your heart towards the mat. You can bring your chin to the floor or your forehead. Last few breaths here. Last two breaths. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and push into your palms. Roll the spine forward. Come to lay all the way onto your belly. You And just let the forehead rest on stacked palms. Just take a moment. So from here, we'll be coming into a neck and shoulder stretch. So for this one, extend your right arm out to the side, making sure that your right hand isn't below your shoulder. It's in line with the shoulder or just slightly above. Go ahead and bring the right temple to the mat. Bend the left knee. You're going to roll all the way onto the side. So you're bringing your left foot behind the right leg. You can take your left hand up and around. You can clasp for your right arm or right hand if that's available to you, or just rest your left arm on your low back. Nice deep breaths here. So something that helps me in this pose is my left foot. I like to come onto the knife edge. Instead of trying to hold my foot up and pushing my foot into the mat, if I open up my foot and come onto the knife edge, it just provides a little bit more release and relaxation. So if you'd like to go a little bit deeper for these last few breaths, the leg that is straight down, which would be the right leg, you're then going to bend it to meet the left. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So if you had both knees bent, go ahead and drop both knees. Bring your left hand out beside you, straighten the legs, and roll all the way onto your belly. Whew. You can let the forehead rest on top of the left forearm. Getting some nice winds of the sandalwood here. And of course, feeling the after effects in that right arm. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So from here, extending your left arm all the way out beside you, making sure your left arm isn't below your left shoulder. Bringing your left temple to the mat. Bend your right knee, spot your right fingertips, and roll that right leg, right knee, all the way behind the left leg. And again, your option, you can keep your hand here or bring it up and around onto the low back. Thinking about drawing your left arm away from you. So you should be feeling this in your neck, your shoulder, your chest. I know for me, I feel this on the inseam of my bicep. Coming into our last few breaths here. If you'd like to go deeper, you're going to take the straight leg, which is the left leg, and bend it to meet the right, so both knees are pointing towards the ceiling. And just notice the difference from side to side. For me, it is a lot harder to keep my left knee bent towards the ceiling. However, if I come onto the blade edge, the knife edge of my right foot, and let that right knee open up, it takes the load off and makes it a little bit easier. Take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So if you had the right arm behind you, bring it back beside you, bending both knees back down towards the mat if they were there. Extend the legs straight and roll back onto your belly. Stack your forehead on your right forearm, right palm. From here, we'll go ahead and make our way back up into a tabletop and finding our way into a pigeon. So we'll be taking a twisted pigeon. So go ahead now. You're going to take your right knee and bring your right knee behind your right wrist and your right foot behind the left. So set yourself up, making sure you have a nice long line from your big toe to your knee. Look over your shoulder, make sure your leg is nicely behind you. Always remembering to square off your hips towards the front. Inhale to find length and fold forward. So we'll take that twist in just a moment, just allowing the body and the hips to settle here. So if you'd like to take that twisted pigeon from where you are, you're going to extend your right arm up above and weave your left arm underneath, reaching your left fingertips. So you want to think about drawing the left shoulder away from the ear, and turning the left palm up and bringing the left temple to the floor. And you can always, what I like to do is just place my head on my right arm. And if your hip comes up a little bit, that's okay, so long as there's not too much of a gap. You can place a block there. And to go even further, you can bring that arm behind you. Last few breaths here. Nice, deep, expansive breaths. Last two breaths, nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So we're not quite through here. We're going to be making our way into a twist. So if your right arm is behind you, go ahead and bring it in front of your face. Tuck your left toes under. Push yourself forward and remove your right foot from underneath you. Set your left hip back down. Extend your right knee out so your right knee is in line with your right hip. You can open up that foot. Take your right arm now, bring it around and back. cactusing both arms, making your way into a twist. Making sure that you're still on the left hip, drawing your right hip down towards your foot, so you're widening the gap between your lower right rib cage and your right hip point. Last few breaths here. Thinking about spiraling the breath up and down the torso. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. Sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently opening the eyes. Go ahead and just roll back onto your belly. Draw the leg down. Stack palm on palm. Just take a moment here. That felt so good. I can't wait to do the other side. Let's go ahead, push into our palms, find ourselves back in that tabletop, and we'll take pigeon and the twist on the other side. So this time you're going to bring your left knee behind your left wrist and your left foot behind the right wrist. So you want to have a nice long line from your big toe to your knee. Look over your shoulder, make sure your leg is nicely placed behind you. And if your left hip doesn't come to the mat, you can always place a towel, folded up sweatshirt underneath it. Square off your hips towards the front of the mat to find length. And when you're ready, exhale, fold forward. Allowing things to open and settle. If you did decide to use essential oil, let me know which one you've used. So if you're looking to take that twist on the other side, extend your left arm up in front of you. You're then going to take your right hand and weave it underneath, turning your palm up, drawing your shoulder away from your ear, and bringing your right temple to the floor. And the option is yours to bring that left hand onto your low back. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And gently exhale. So taking it just a little bit further into that twist, if your left arm was behind you, bring it out beside you or in front of your face. Tuck your right toes under. Push yourself a little bit forward so that you can remove the left foot from underneath you. Keep the left knee bent. Keep your left knee in line with your left hip. You're then going to take that left arm up, around, over, cactusing both arms. Readjust for your twist. So again, you want to make sure that you're on your right hip and you're widening the gap between your lower left rib cage and your left hip point. And normally I can easily bring my left shoulder onto the mat, but I guess I'm having one of those days. My left side is a lot tighter today. So just being okay with the differences. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths of this practice. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So go ahead, roll. You can bend both knees, rolling back onto your back. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Just draw the knees in and rock from side to side, massaging the low back. When you're ready, extending your legs out wide the length of your mat, arms out wide for your Savasana. So feeling free to stay here for as long as you'd like. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I hope you were able to feel supported. And also, if you used essential oils, let me know which one you used, or if you decided to incorporate another form of self-love, self-care into today's practice, let me know as well. I will see you back here again soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day.